Hey, what's up, guys? So coming to you today with another What's Next. This is on Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz following their big showdown and junior lightweight and lightweight world title fight that took place on Halloween night in the main event of a Showtime pay-per-view. This was a big time fight right here, and ended up being a really good fight. I was impressed with both fighters, to be honest with you. I really thought that, I didn't think it was going to be the back and forth scrap that it was. I felt honestly like if Santa Cruz was going to impose his will and come right at Davis, that Davis would be the one fighting off his back foot and boxing in this fight. If not, then it was going to be, Davis was going to control the fight in the middle of the ring if he wasn't, kind of moving, sticking and moving. But, man, it ended up being like a fucking Mexican war right here. Davis and him they went at it, and Davis actually backed up Santa Cruz, which, no surprise with his power. I just didn't think Davis was going to come in that great a shape and do that. He came in, had no problem making weight, which I was surprised at also at 130, considering he missed weight at 130 a couple times, and he missed weight in his last fight at 135. Davis, the biggest key to this fight wasn't the knockout. It was his discipline. Davis came in disciplined. He took this fight serious, as he should, and he took this fight as if it was the biggest fight of his career, and that's why it paid off for him. His discipline, his willingness to come forward. And don't get me wrong, Santa Cruz fought great as well. Santa Cruz was landing some good shots. It looked like he frustrated Davis for a while there, with the combination punching. And it was a very close fight rolling into that sixth round. It really was. It was, it was another fight where I was paying attention, I was entertained, but I wasn't scoring it. And I knew it was close, though. So I went and checked the score right before the sixth round, and the website, boxingscene.com, that I follow, had it 3 rounds to 2. All the judges had it 3 rounds to 2 for Davis. So, it was a close fight rolling into that sixth round, but the sixth round, man, Davis, a perfectly timed uppercut. Oh, man, laid out Santa Cruz, knocked him out cold. Bad knockout. And, great knockout for Santa Cruz, but, for Davis, but bad knockout loss for Santa Cruz. But, tough loss, but, man, he gave it his all. Santa Cruz did. No shame in that. So, now, all that, Davis became champion at 130 again. That's his third time being champion at 130. And he retained his lightweight title in the process, too, his secondary lightweight title. So now the big question is, what's next for Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz? So we're going to go to the winner and look at Gervonta Davis next. It's kind of up in the air. Davis said he wouldn't mind fighting at 130 again. He said he felt good, but he said he wants to take his shot at 135, which I agree with. But most of those fights at 135, the big fights, I'm sorry, Gervonta, but they're not there yet for you because, one, some of the guys have options next, like Devin Haney. Devin Haney's fighting the winner of Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell next for the WBC title. So take that off the table. Plus, that's Golden Boy with Ryan Garcia. It's Eddie Hearn in the zone with Luke Campbell. It's Eddie Hearn in the zone with Devin Haney. Excuse me. So, personally, I don't like those options for him. So I say take those ones out for now. Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko. I don't think Mayweather wants Lopez for Davis. I just don't see it. Not next. So I don't see that one. I really don't. Lomachenko wants to get his world title back. And I don't think Top Rank and Bob Arum, or Top Rank and Mayweather are going to work together to make that fight happen. And Mayweather is going to use the excuse now that Davis doesn't need Lomachenko, which is bullshit, but, he's going to use that excuse. So, for me, I think Davis is better suited at 130, to be honest with you, for his next fight at least. And, there's a couple, there's a big reason why. I'll tell you right now, Gary Russell Jr. Fight that guy. Gary Russell wants to move up in weight anyway. He talks mad shit. It'd be a hyped up fight, and Gary Russell wants to fight. Gervonta Davis take the fight with Gary Russell Jr. For me, there is no other option for Davis. What would be the point in fighting anybody other than this guy? I mean, seriously. There's nobody else. And it's a big fight. And you're the bigger guy. Take the fight. Go knock out Gary Russell, because one thing for sure, it's a big fight in terms of talking. And that's the kind of fight they need right there. They need a fight. Two guys that are going to talk shit. They're good fighters, both world champions. I think Davis needs to fight with Gary Russell Jr. I think he should take that fight. Go after it. Make that fight happen. Personally, I think it's going to happen. I'm calling it right now. Gervonta Davis, Gary Russell Jr. To be honest with you, outside of Abner Mares, which, oh my God, the dude hasn't fought in over 2 years now. Why take that fight? That wouldn't make sense. Outside of Mares, there's nobody else. There's nobody else at 130 that makes sense. And he is not mandated to defend that title. He's the WBA super champion. That's the belt you can do whatever you want with at 130. That's what Davis needs to do. Davis needs to go after Gary Russell Jr., invite his ass up, say, hey, you're talking shit, let's do this. Fight him, knock him out, and then set yourself up to move back up to lightweight. That's my opinion. That's what Gervonta Davis. For me, I'm not even discussing anybody else because I don't think anybody else matters. Let's move on to Leo Santa Cruz. What's next for him? You know, after a bad knockout loss like that, guys, tough to say, man. Tough to say. I feel bad for Leo. He got knocked out cold. You know, he's in good spirits, but, man, that's going to hurt his pride right there big time. It's going to hurt him mentally. You know, I think he's going to take a long layoff. I really do. I think if he comes back, it's probably second half of next year. And I think he's going to consider seriously moving back down to 126. I don't think he should retire. I don't think so. I think Leo was a blown-up 130-pounder. I think 126 makes most sense for him. And personally, that's what I think he should do. So I'm not really going to call out Leo either on who he should fight next, because I don't think he's going to want to jump back in there against a big gun. I think it's probably going to be a tune-up bout, stay busy, something like that. But I also don't think it's going to be until probably second half of next year. So that's the what's next on Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz after their huge showdown on Halloween night in the main event of a Showtime pay-per-view. I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.